Being a male is a matter of birth. Being a man is a matter of choice. Edwin Cole. The world is in desperate need of masculine men. Watch this video to learn how to channel your inner strength by conquering these 5 core pillars of masculinity. 5. Mastery. The education system has failed men. We live in a world that values grades on a piece of paper over real-world tangible skills. Every year, millions graduate from schools, colleges, and universities with nothing to show for it. They enter the world clueless and ill-prepared. Men are now masters of abstractions and theories, yet they have lost touch with reality. Our society has been indoctrinated with boys skilled in Fortnite, League of Legends, masters of watching YouTube videos, and connoisseurs of OnlyFans. Boys who love the art of procrastination. In the past, during better times, men would apprentice and learn from a master. They would dedicate hours every single day to their craft. They would toil for years to become a force of nature in their field. These men would sharpen their swords by competing with other great men. They knew the value of having skin in the game, the value of doing rather than just talking. You too can carry on this sacred tradition. Dedicate yourself to a craft which suits your personality type, something that can provide value in people's lives, a skill you can fall in love with. Get a mentor who has climbed the summit you want to conquer. Follow their instructions and pay your dues. Remember, the world is in desperate need of men who are good. Men who have dedicated themselves to a skill and made it theirs. Men who can help push humanity forward and not backwards. 4. Courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Fear is an emotion every man should master. It's a primal emotion intended to keep you safe. When you see a bear, run away. That type of fear is rational. Sadly, the fear that most men face today is psychological in nature, an illusion created by the mind. It's fear of the unknown, fear of moving away from the comfort zone, fear of approaching that girl, fear of starting that business, fear of standing up to that work bully, fear of disappointing the parents. Quintessentially, it's fear of being different from the herd. Nothing great comes from playing it safe. If the likes of Copernicus and Galileo gave in to fear and never went against the Catholic Church's dogmatic views, we would still believe that the sun revolved around the earth. If Martin Luther King did not stand up for equal rights and peaceful protests, how deep into the chasm would society have fallen? If the Chernobyl divers did not sacrifice themselves to radiation poisoning by volunteering to enter the belly of the beast, half of Europe could have been affected by a far larger nuclear disaster. If this young boy did not step forward to protect his little sister from a raging dog, she might have died.
He needed 90 stitches after shielding his kid sister from a dog attack. If someone had to die, I thought it should be me, the incredibly brave 6-year-old says.
Courage is choosing to tell fear to fuck off. It is the most respected trait a man can have. It's choosing to think of the collective instead of yourself. When you feel that fear in life, lean into it, harness it. It will make you stronger. 3. Honor. Your word is your bond. There was a time when a man's honor was valued above all else. Spartan mothers would tell their sons, with it or on it, meaning to return with shield in hand or laying dead upon it. There was no honor in surrender, no honor in half measures. Once upon a time, a handshake was a contract for a business deal. Men would keep their word, as going against it would be more painful than death itself. Your honor helps create a solid reputation. Your reputation is how other men judge you. It doesn't matter if you have power, wealth, and worldly accomplishments. If you have no honor, you will quickly lose all respect. Take for instance Jeffrey Epstein, a man stripped of all honor due to his debauchery. The world looks down on men who do not respect others, and a far worse crime, men who do not respect themselves. Honor is about having strong principles by which you live. Honor is having a code and embodying your philosophy through your actions. If you have no code and slither through the world in pursuit of self-aggrandizement, karma will get you. This can be seen even in the animal kingdom. Guard your honor and reputation with your life. It's worth more than any material good on this planet. 2. Resilience. Men should be strong. Weakness is not acceptable. Life is hard. You will face adversity, so it's best to strengthen yourself before they happen. Voluntary discomfort has been practiced by men for centuries to build resilience and grit. After a long fast or sleeping on the floor, Stoic philosopher Seneca would say, "Is this the condition that I feared?" As a reminder that things are often made worse in the mind. Reality is always bearable. If it wasn't, you would be dead. Resilience isn't neglecting your emotions. It's learning how to control them, ensuring they do not cloud your judgment when you need to act. Spartans would use harsh methods in their agoge to strengthen boys into Spartan soldiers. Each Spartan as a result was the equivalent of 7 normal soldiers. The Navy SEALs subject wannabe SEALs to Hell Week, a week where they train for 5 days and 5 nights with only 4 hours of sleep. All of this to test a man's mind. All of this to measure what he is made of. Aspiring to be great is a core tenet of masculine energy. Every boy wants to be a superhero. Since birth, something inside us has idolized strong men. Dedicate yourself to building that strength within yourself. Be aware of your emotions so you can understand what your soul yearns for. Use this awareness to master these emotions so that you can make the right decisions in life. Adopt a stoic mindset so that you can turn every adversity into a triumph. 1. Purpose. Why are you on this earth? Is it to coast? Is it to chill? No. Masculine men have a purpose. They have a mission, a sense of direction. As a man, there is no greater pleasure than looking back at life and saying, this is what I have done. Every man's purpose is unique. It can be as grand or as humble as he wants. What matters is that he challenges himself and leaves the world just a little bit better for the next generation. The greatest shame a man can feel is having lived a life and accomplished nothing. Having wasted a life building someone else's dreams without looking inwards to find his calling. It might take you years to find your purpose, and your purpose might evolve with time. When you find it, you will know. You will feel it in your bones. You will wake up every day excited to work on it. You will extend yourself past the limits you previously set for yourself. You will feel fulfilled. True masculinity is not toxic. Aggressive men with no emotional awareness who beat their wives are not masculine. Men who bully other males are not masculine. Men who have not mastered themselves are not masculine. Do not feel ashamed for wanting to be great. Don't let society's agendas dampen your flame.
Big and don't try and get for guys. That's unrealistic, I'm telling you. But I don't want people to think that's the best way to be. Be your size. Don't.
Yeah.
It's not.
Does eating meat make toxic masculinity worse?
It's one of the ways in which it can reinforce existing kind of social structures, including patriarchy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
You are a man, a devastating force of nature. Masculinity is your birthright. Do this, and I promise you'll be one step closer to living and dying well. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell notifications so we can see more of each other. Until next time.